Horseradish goes back more than 3,000 years. The Greeks and the Romans applied it to muscle aches and cramps. They also consumed it to help with coughs. And these types of record keeping have been painstakingly recorded and passed down through the generations to help the health of mankind. Back then, there were no double-blind, placebo-controlled studies. People tried stuff, and if it worked, they wrote it down and they passed it on. And even if it didn't work, they still would scribe it and tell people, don't use this or use this. It was a tried and true way of supporting people's health. Hi, I'm Mary Bourne, traditional naturopath. I love sharing natural remedies. I'm just like those scribes 3,000 years ago. I'm telling people what will help them for better health. Natural remedies have been used for hundreds, even thousands of years, like this one. And often they're used on animals, but most of the time they're used on humans, and they are passed down for so many times, so many generations, because they work. So horseradish is a hog of a plant. It takes up a huge area. Mine takes up about 4 feet by 4 feet, and it stands right in front of my comfrey, which is great because comfrey has a tendency to hang over when it's not supported. And horseradish has nice, straight up, healthy leaves that support the comfrey, but I also tie up my comfrey as well. In folklore medicine, this herb was applied as a poultice to ease gout and sciatica. Horseradish has a stimulating effect on the respiratory system. In fact, one of the ways you know it's time to harvest horseradish is that you smell it in the air. So even digging up the roots, you can smell the pungent odor of it. But when you pick off some of the fresh root and nibble on it, wow, it can open up your sinuses and make your breathing much clearer. So the main root is not harvested because in many areas, it will grow back. If you want a bigger main stalk, just replace it with a side shoot and some compost. So if you want to dig that main one up, you can just break off a piece of the other one, stick it in the ground, make sure there's some healthy compost around it, and next year you'll have a plant. You can only harvest from after it's been in the ground a year. So in other words, my plant was on its second year before I was able to break off some of the side shoots like these here, that they were big enough for me to be able to do something with. So it produces these side tumors, which makes it easy for you to be able to leave this right in the ground, and it will regrow each year. You want to scrub much like a carrot. It grows in the ground, or a potato, and you have to scrub off the dirt to use it. It can be harvested in October. That's generally when the plant is harvested. The root can be cleaned and put into a plastic bag and will last in the refrigerator for about 3 months. Some people will say 6 months. So to make the sauce, you cut up a fresh horseradish root, a cup of it, to 1/4 cup of white vinegar. Toss this all into a food processor with 2 teaspoons of sugar and a teaspoon of salt. You can peel the roots, or you can just scrub them up really good with an abrasive cloth of some sort. It can be sensitive. Some people are sensitive to the smell of it, or the on your skin. So be wary of that. You might want to wear gloves and goggles or whatever. If you're going to process it, you can use this up within a few weeks, and then do some more with a little more of the root. You can change up the flavor a little bit, add more or less vinegar. Some people will add beet juice to it. There's a lot of different ways to use the root. Some people take horseradish by mouth, and it has been well known to support urinary tract infections and to help the body get rid of them, kidney stones, fluid retention, infections of the respiratory tract. It helps to make coughs more productive, achy joints, rheumatism, gallbladder disorders, sciatic nerve pain, gout, colic, and intestinal worms in children. So some people apply horseradish directly to the skin for painful and swollen joints. You might want to test that, because like I said, some people are highly sensitive to it. But it has been used down through the centuries for these particular concerns. This is in a folklore book. Airborne particles are everywhere, and often we breathe these particles in through the nose or mouth. They can irritate our air passageways. The body goes into a cleansing mode when this occurs and starts building mucus to clear the passages. This means we start to sneeze or we cough in an effort to clean the airways. So I love seasonal support. Whether you choose the capsules or the liquids, this recipe has worked for hundreds of my clients and family. It used to be called ALJ. It was named after the herbalist that created the recipe. Her name was Jeannie Burgess. My granddaughters would take the liquid as it was in a glycerin base. It really didn't taste that bad. Coughing became productive, and in no time, their sore throat was gone. Sneezing was over with. They usually within a day. I mean, it really worked well. Oftentimes, I would combine this with an echinacea called Ultimate Echinacea, which was also a liquid. So 1 teaspoon of this and 1 teaspoon of that, and then some water, and bingo, they were back on the road to health. So the capsules contain fennel seed, boneset, aerial parts, horseradish root, and mullein leaf. So it's a great balance that helps provide relief from seasonal airborne irritants. It promotes a healthy respiratory system. It supports the immune and urinary systems, and it helps to soothe irritated tissues. And I'll leave a link in the description below for a 25% discount off of your order. So I hope you like this video, that you give me a thumbs up, share it with others, because natural remedies are wonderful. They support health. Horseradish is another example of using food as your medicine. When we eat foods that can also be used as medicine, it is a natural way for our body to balance and support better health. Love to hear from you if you've used horseradish in some way. My husband used it. We had a juicer and he juiced it and took a spoonful of it and turned immediately beet red. And I thought steam was going to come out of his ears, but wow, did it clear his sinuses. So there are some people that really love it as it is. Wasabi, those things. I'm not a fan, and I'm very grateful to Nature's Sunshine for giving me the ability to use capsules when I need them. So I hope you found this valuable in some way, you share it with your friends and loved ones. Please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. I have a plethora of videos to share with you on health. So if you have specific health concerns and you want to contact me, my email is drmary@bornforhealth.com. Be sure to check out my website, bornforhealth.com. And again, I hope you found this video valuable. I'd love to hear from you on herbs that you'd like to know more about. And I present these videos like once a week. So if you are interested, hit the little bell. You'll be notified each week when I present these. So be thankful for the people and gifts of nature all around you, for the flowers, for all of what God has given us in nature. Until next time, this is Dr. Mary for the health of it.